Can't allow that to be there. Phantom. If that's how it's gonna show. Somebody already joined and they got in right away, it seems.
Oh, yeah.
Saeed might.
Someone tried to join the group back today.
It's because I think because I get in right away now. I don't know what happened. How it broke like that and combined my phone. Go on.
I'm never trying to go live.
Oh, you figuring it out on that end? Yeah.
You go on my Facebook page and see the live.
Hey
Hey,
y'all, how
how
are
are
you
you
guys?
guys?
Just
Just
give
give
me
me
a quick second here.
unmute yourself.
Hey everyone, can you hear me? Put in the chat if you can hear me. We are having some technical difficulties today, but I'm so excited to be here. Hi everyone. Yes, you can hear me. Can y'all see my screen? Am I sharing right now? Everything is good. So let me know where you're joining from in the chat, please, as I get everything prepared. My name is Edith Marab, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I am in the US and I'm in Georgia. I know we had a few international folks that sign up. So just let me know where you're joining from and what type of consulting you do, like what type of IT, are you a BA or project manager, anything like that. I'll bring up my chat really quickly as I get situated here, guys. So just let me know where you're joining from, and then we will just start right away. Once you can see my screen, I want you to just put in a chat ready if you can see my screen. Can y'all see it? Where's the chat? You know, that is the technology here. We are figuring it out together. Awesome. I see Mary's thumbs up. Any of you guys else in the chat here? Jackie, no. Um, Sayed is in the UK. Hey, yes, Rudy. Okay, Jackie, can you see my screen now? Hey, I think we are all set to jump in. And as people trickle in, they would just have to, come in where we're at. Um, but to respect you all time, let's jump into it. Again, my name is Edith, and we are here to learn how to find clients directly as IT consultants so that our income can be predictable, right? Yes. Okay, Jackie, good. You can see my screen. And so I'm here to talk about this, and I am so excited about it. It's a topic that I can talk about until my face turns blue. Because as an IT consultant, which I am, and a business owner and an agency builder, I struggle when I started to get into consultancy. I just felt like I had to depend on Recruiter or LinkedIn job boards, all of those places to find clients when that is not the reality. And then they take a subset of our income as well. So if you currently have a job through a recruiting agency, I mean, no shade, whatever, we have to start somewhere. I did too. But they are charging you about 30 to 50% of the rate that the client is paying them for your expertise, y'all. Can y'all believe it? Like, put it in the chat. Like, we're not going to do that anymore. No more. Okay, so that is why I'm here to talk to you about no more. Awesome. So let's just jump into our slides here. So before we start, I just want to encourage you to remove distraction during this time together. I want to encourage you to take notes, no more. Yes, take notes on things that resonate, and things that you learned tonight. Go ahead and implement it and start gathering direct clients because if that would change your business, it would change the income level that you're at and it would allow you to have like more time freedom. So I promise you all a few bonuses. So we're going to put them throughout the course, throughout the time tonight with you all. So first is the workbook, and my team will drop the link for you all. That is your bonus for tonight. One of the bonuses, I mean. And then I want you to stay till the end. I encourage you to stay till the end so that you can ask me any questions directly. How it feels to be a consultant, the type of business I'm building, anything like that, questions about your business, anything that you want me to break down tonight after we go through this, I can also answer it for you. All right. As we go through these questions, I'm going to dive in right now. If any of these resonate with you, I want you to put in the chat, yep, that's me. Because throughout the years, as I built my business, I had these questions, I had these thoughts, and that's why I'm here tonight because I've been where you're at. I'm figuring all of this out, and now I can share it with you all. So I keep waiting on recruiters for my next contract, and it feels like I have no control. If that is you, y'all, put your hands up, put yep, that's me in the chat if this resonates with you. Because that was me for the first 18 or so months when I became a consultant. Like seriously, y'all, I had a IT corporate job for 10 years and then I was just like, I want to start a business. The first place I went was to a recruiter where they didn't really treat me as well. Yep, I see a few of you in the chat. Yep, that's me. Yeah, when you go to a recruiter, some of them don't treat you well. They don't respond to you. They treat you just like another number for you to get your contracting role. And it's just like, why would I leave a comfortable employee job to go and depend on somebody else, right? So even though I am great at what I do, I struggle to sell myself and my services. That was me, y'all. I'm just like, oh, I'm a BA. What do I do? Like, How do I sell the outcome? And I'm here to teach you guys that tonight. I don't know how to translate my experiences into offer. That was me, guys. What do you do? Oh, I do user experience. How can you help my company? Like many leaders have asked me those questions and I struggled in the beginning. And if that is you, you can relate to any of that. Put that in the chat. Yep, that's me. Most of the leads I get are either not qualified or cannot afford my rate. That was me, guys. Like you set your rate, maybe it's 10K for an offer that you have to do like a backlog refinement for a team for 3 months, whatever you have set up. And then you talk to someone about it, they're just like, oh, um, I can't afford that. Maybe I can pay you 2,000. And just like, no, sir, that's not my offer. Right? That was me until I figured out. When I have a lead's attention, I don't know how to close the deal. That was me as well. Because no one really taught us how to have conversations with leaders, right? And the reason why we've learned to depend on recruiters over the years, because they have those skill sets. They have business managers that connect with leaders, that sign the deals. And that's the same skill set that you need for your business as well. I don't want to rely on job postings forever. Yep. Amen to that. That is me. And awesome. I see that, Rudy. Because honestly, I feel like these job postings are just fake out there. Like it's getting worse and worse. Companies are just refreshing it, or maybe it's LinkedIn or whatever platform that you're on. But every job posting out there that you go look at for IT services, it has like over 100 applicants. And then when you go search again, it's still up. It's still up with over 100 applicants, guys. Like, what is going on here? And if y'all can relate to that, what is going on? So true. Yep. I want leads to trust me and see me as credible before we even meet. Yep, that is me. Because the key here is when someone trusts you, it makes signing the deal so much easier. Because they believe that you can provide them with the outcome that you say that you can. I want to be the first person people think of when they look for a solution I offer through and through, always. Think about me when you look for IT consulting services, staffing, all of that. Think about me. I want consistent and predictable income for myself and for my team without having to chase or burn out. Yep, that is me. I am building an IT agency, but I do not know how to attract direct clients without relying on subcontracting or staffing platforms. Yep, that was me. All right. And then here's one thing, y'all, that I want to just hone in tonight. AI is replacing the bottom of the marketplace, right? I know all of you are probably using, or if you haven't yet, you will be soon using AI in your work. And that's great. AI cannot replace our expertise, our judgment. It cannot replace our intellectual property. No, but it can create and produce artifacts faster than we ever can imagine. So let's talk through this. AI can now do entry-level analysis, documentation, reporting faster and cheaper. More competitors are entering our space with lower overhead every day. Clients are getting more options at lower prices. Cost of execution is going down along with the cost of technology. Your only move is to position yourself above the noise, right? We hear a lot of noise. AI, Claude, this, like every new platform, it seems like every couple of days. But we, as the experts, as IT consultant in this field, technology, we can leverage AI to really surpass and grow our business in a way that we never imagined. So the key here that I want to teach you all is that we need to learn how to position ourselves above the noise. And the consultants who get positioned now will own the market. The ones who wait will compete with software. So take a screenshot of this, and I want you to really ponder this because we are in the world of AI and we need to be able to express our outcome directly to the clients that we serve. So all of this comes down to one thing, like I mentioned, not more effort, not more application, but how you position yourself in the marketplace. How are you able to sell your outcome to the leaders that you serve every day? Can I have some of you guys put in the chat what type of outcomes you provide to leaders right now? Let me know what kind of outcomes do you provide? And if you don't have that defined, let me know what type of consulting field you're in. Come on, y'all. We have BIM consultants. Awesome. What other consulting expertise do we have in the room? How are we positioning ourselves? Don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy. Let's imagine we're all in the same room, right? Okay, I see you, Jackie. We have healthcare IT. That is awesome. Do we have anyone else? Cybersecurity, great. Those are great industry. Out of those industry, if there's more, keep putting it in the chat. Those are great industry to be in. Now, the goal here is as we go through our time together, I want you to start thinking how you can say those IT, I see that, how you can say those titles you just put into the chat as an outcome base. So if I was your ideal customer and you're talking to me and I ask you, what do you do? Then you will let me know, oh, I saved companies billions of dollars on cybersecurity threats before it even hit the news, something like that. The outcome, so it's so clear to the person who want to hire a cybersecurity officer, right? So let's just jump right in. Great and great. I'm not here to convince you, y'all. I am going to share with you a system, strategies, and stories to help you make a decision. And I know some of you have been on master classes before where people pretend to teach you something and then try to sell you something at the end. This is not that kind of environment here. I'm here to teach you so much. I want you to take notes. I want you to take screenshots so you can implement it in your business. I will provide you an offer at the end. If you don't want this learning to stop, you want it to continue, I'll provide an offer for you. And if that fits you, great, take it. If it doesn't, go ahead, hang up and implement what I have already shared with you. So the real reason you are not getting consistent clients, it is not your skills. It is not the market. It is not your experience. No one taught you how to position yourself as the solution clients are looking for. And I have this broken down as my magnetic consulting method is positioning, offer, attract, and convert. The first step, positioning, we are going to talk about how to get crystal clear on who you serve, what problem you solve for them, and what makes you the obvious choice, guys. Obvious choice. Can you put that in the chat? Because sometimes we think that we have lots of competition when it comes to providing our services, but the reality is we don't. My experience, my 12 plus years experience, awesome, obvious choice. I love it. I love the engagement, Rudy. Let me see here. And and um the reality is all of us have different experiences, like I was saying. So the way you position yourself is clear to the outcome you provide for your clients. And it will be different for me and for anyone else on this call. And then we are going to cover your offer, packaging your expertise into a high value offer clients are willing to pay premium rates for. Y'all, that's the key, premium rates. And then how to attract, build visibility with the right decision makers across multiple channels, and then convert those interested people into signed contracts through sales calls, outreach, and automation follow-up systems. So again, these strategies I am going to teach you have generated consultants across multiple industries, millions of dollars in direct contracts. And tonight I'm going to show you how. First, I want to share a little bit about myself. Why should you listen to me? Who am I, right? You know, some of you got here from maybe you're connected with me on LinkedIn, you got here from ads, wherever place you learn about me, you're just like, okay, who is this person? Why is she talking about IT consulting services? And why is she on this masterclass teaching us this? So let me tell you a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Edith. I was born in Monrovia, Liberia. I came to the US at the age of 9, leaving my mom behind. I come from a huge family. I graduated with my undergrad degree in 2012 and studying psychology and biology as a single mom. That same year, I was reunited with my mom after 18 years of separation. Y'all, these two pictures were taken days apart. This picture on the left, that's my mom and I at the airport in the USA in Minnesota here. She came for my graduation for my undergrad. And then a couple of days later, I'm dressed up in my gown with my daughter graduating. And these two pictures mean so much to me. Why? Because first of all, you all know as tech professionals, we need so much certifications, trainings, education. Like every IT professional I've met so far, they have like master's degrees and some of them much higher. And it's a big deal. It takes a lot of time and effort. And I understand that. And also being able to balance that with everything else that happens in life. So I worked in a tech field for 10 years. I launched a few businesses and got married. So here I am here at one of my desks working. And then I got married here, and now we're a family of 5, y'all. In 2022, I made the full leap to independent consultancy. Are any of you guys here are independent consultant? I know sometimes I have a few mixture in a room. Um, Sometimes I have people who are thinking about going independent. They're full-time independent. They're agency builders. And other people are still employed and things like that. So just put it in the chat. Where are you right now? But I'm going to continue as I go through these and I'll read your comments in the chat. So I made the full leap. And then for the first 6 to 12 months, job postings, recruiters own me, y'all. Like every time I was looking for a new contracting role, I had to go through them. I didn't know where to look. I started asking around, how do these recruiters get to know companies? How are the consulting firms getting leaders to come to them, to trust them? And as I kept going to meet up, having different conversations, and the same questions keep coming up. What do you do? And that question changed everything. So independent but W-2, I want to do B2B 1099 contracting. That's awesome, right? And I say this all the time as I talk to consultants. Being an independent consultant with a W-2, you're still a business owner. That's just one step in the door. And the next step is to become B2B and 1099. You're on the right path, Jackie. So awesome. Thanks for sharing. Anyone else want to put their information in the chat and we can talk about it. But the question that always came up is, what do you do? And then I would just stumble. Oh, I am an IT BA. I do this, I do that. And when I spoke to leaders, it wasn't clear. You know, when you're having a conversation with somebody, y'all, and you just say something that they're pondering that doesn't really make sense. It's just like, what do you mean you're BA? BA means different things in every environment. Every organization define it differently. I've worked in organizations that have over thousands of employees. And one area will have a technical BA, another area will have a process BA or a business embedded BA. Like it's just different specialists and specialties across there. So when you introduce yourself as just your job title, nobody knows what that means and how you can serve them. And that's where this aha moment came from. So that's when I realized something. It wasn't about networking. I can go to all of the networking events until I'm blue in the face. Nothing changes. I can post more, put myself out there. Nothing will change if I'm not clear on how I position myself and talk about myself. So once I started implementing that and realized that, something unexpected happened, y'all. I went from being an invisible consultant, literally, guys, this was my LinkedIn profile. This is how I talked about myself. I'm a BA address from, I'm available to work. I see a lot of consultants have that on their profile consistently on LinkedIn, guys. Like they're just waiting for a recruiter to find them when a recruiter is just a middle guy. Talk to the leaders that are going to hire you. If you serve SaaS companies, talk to those SaaS company leaders. If you do IT work for dentist offices, talk to those people so they know that you are the person for them. Because if you put this in your timeline, it means nothing. It's generic. That's hundreds and other thousands of consultants headlines. But y'all, this is how I positioned myself back then. I said I specialize in complex legacy system analysis, stakeholder alignment for large scale technology transition, saving companies 3.5 million in operational costs. That was the position statement I wrote. It was outcome based. I want y'all to write this down. Position yourself in a way that's outcome based. It targets a specific high value problem, and then it makes you the obvious choice for the leaders that will hire you. And y'all, this is what happened. I received an email from my IT director in a government setting that they wanted to hire me. They wanted to hire me. And any of you guys have ever worked with government agencies, y'all know that they have a lot of loops. There's RFP you have to submit. You need to be on a vetted list. There's so many different things that you need to be on to work with the government directly. But I was able to surpass all of those. They literally picked me out and I wasn't on those platforms yet. And a recruiter did not help me get that. My job posting didn't, a job posting didn't, but how I position myself. And that's how they found me. Positioning did not just help me get the contract, like I said, it changed the rules of how contract was awarded. So the question is not whether you have the value, guys. You all here have the value. It's whether the right people can see clearly enough to come to you first. They are out there looking. Leaders are looking to hire people to solve their needs, but they need to know that you can solve it. So, y'all, today is not about me. I share that story so that you guys can see yourself in my story. But today is about you all and the possibility that you have when you get hold of these strategies that most people in our field don't even know exist. And I just want to make it clear because many times folks talk to me and they're thinking like this is a shortcut. No, this is a system. And I want to reiterate, you took years to get your degree. You have certification that took time and money. Your skills are already worth premium rates and you invested in your skills. Now it's time to invest in the system that will grow your business. It's not a shortcut. Okay? Tonight, I'm going to show you exactly how to attract high value IT clients and build instant authority without chasing job posting or recruiter. Are y'all ready for this? Y'all ready? Put ready in the chat while I get a sip of water, y'all. Are you ready for this? Yes, yes. I see y'all. Yes, awesome. Ready. So there are 3 ways consultants get clients. Path 1, this is the manual path. Recruiters, referrals, networking events, subcontracting, applying for roles. These get results, but they're not predictable. We're here for the predictable pipeline, for you to get predictable clients and income. right? This is a great way through the door, but it's not predictable. It's a manual hustle. You're communicating with people one-on-one, and sometimes you get lost in the hustle and bustle. You can only be at one place at a time. This second path is a hybrid path. Best starting point I recommend, you start by outreaching and positioning yourself clearly. We're going to dive into all these details tonight. You're starting conversations with people, you're being visible, you're leveraging your existing network. And what I mean is anyone you have ever connected with, whether it be on LinkedIn, at in-person training, you just think about whatever events you've been to with IT leaders, you connected with them. They remember you. Reach out. That's how you start building your pipeline. Government vendor registrations, you do the outreach one, you get on the list and let the opportunities come for you. Guys, this is my go-to place, government vendor registration. And I'll cover that tonight as well. This is where most of you should start. And then the path 3 is where you start building authority. You start scaling. You're creating intellectual property. And this can be done in content, in rating articles, in posting stories, in videos. You start doing inbound leads. Inbound means people are coming to you now. You start posting thought leadership information. You have a one-to-many system. Government contract managers reach out to you directly because you are the expert that is already on their record, guys. And this is so key. The authority engine here that is one to many. There's one and you're communicating with multiple people at a time. And you build your pipeline that way. I know some of you are asking, but Edith, how do I do that, right? How do I go from unknown consultants to recognized authority so my ideal clients come to me first? Are y'all thinking that? I know I thought it. Like, how do I do that? If you're thinking that, put it in the chat. So this is the exact method. Position, offer, attract, convert. Let's jump into positioning. Most IT consultants are invisible, and here's why, right? I want to tell you a story about a famous violinist. And in 2007, he did an experiment. He went to the subway station in Washington, D.C., and started playing his violin that cost over $3.5 million, y'all. And as he was playing this violin, people looked at him from the corner of their eye, right? They're like, is he homeless? What is he doing here? Just like, this is weird that you're playing here, and just walk past. Thousands of people walked past over a few hours. Some threw coins in his case. He made about $32. And most of the people just kept walking past. But little did they know that the night before, he sold out our arena, playing to thousands of people where they paid to come see him. And his average ticket cost was over $100, right? Some up to thousands of dollars. And this is where most IT consulting folks get stuck. You're an expert. Maybe you're feeling like Joshua Bell right now in a subway because you're an arena playing to people that don't really appreciate what you have to offer, y'all. And those are the middle guys. Those are the recruiters. Some of them don't even understand what we do, right? If you're selling cybersecurity services, I know someone put that in the chat. How many recruiters can really understand the level of details that you provide them when they go through the, I know Rudy's laughing, when they go through that initial interview with you? But you know who does? The leader that's hiring you, the technical director over the team that you're going to work for and work with. They understand that. And that's where you need to be playing. You need to speak directly to them. And we're back at our magnetic consultant positioning. I want y'all to start positioning yourself and talking directly to your ideal clients. And AI can help you extract that. That's the bonus tool I have for y'all, and I'm going to drop it soon. But instead of positioning yourself at, I provide, for this example, IT business analyst. I worked with a BA before that said, I help SaaS companies fix broken data migration so they can onboard enterprise clients without losing 500K in revenue. That's how you position yourself. First, you talk about who you serve. SaaS companies. It's clear. And I know many times, y'all, when I talk to IT folks, they're like, well, I can help everybody. If I do project management is in every organization. Can anybody tell me in the chat what happens if you try to speak to everybody? If you can serve everybody, y'all, what happens? If McDonald's was out there, we all know McDonald's. If they were trying to talk to everyone, trying to talk to the grandparents, what would happen? McDonald's, that's not McDonald's ideal customer, by the way. Grandparents go there to eat sometimes, but that's not the ideal customer. Anybody know? Noise, good, Rudy. You serve no one. Boom, Jackie. Yes, you serve no one. We know our skill set is transferable into an organization, but you have to pick one place. And in the marketing term, they said you want to be the big fish in your blue ocean, right? You have a small ocean, which is blue. It has thousands of opportunities for you, and you're the big fish in there. And as your business grows, then you can add other areas there. So let's go through that right now. The best place to show that is when you look at your LinkedIn, guys. This is an example of mine. Update your LinkedIn, guys. Do not use a random banner on LinkedIn. Talk exactly to the people you serve. This is one of the easiest real estate that I see people misuse. Put a profile picture, please. I have to say, if you're here listening to me, do you know how many connections? I speak to many IT consultants, guys. Some of them don't have profile pictures on LinkedIn. Like, why are we doing that? First of all, if you are only finding a job, that's also a problem. But you are growing a business. People want to see your face and know who to trust. And then update your tag statement here. Put a featured items, how people can connect with you. If it's through booking a call, if it's downloading a lead magnet, all of that, I'll break that down for you. And then about me statement. This is key, guys. In your about me spot, talk to your ideal customers. Everything in business and about attracting your ideal people, you have to let them know, hey, I'm here. Right? Back to the McDonald's example. McDonald's talk to kids. I have 3 kids, like y'all know. Their ages are 6, 8, y'all. I'm getting old. I'm forgetting ages, but 6, 8, and 16. The 6 and 8-year-old, all they used to talk about was McDonald's until now I brainwashed them that it's bad for them. But right? Because McDonald's makes it fun. They have a playhouse. They have fun toys for the kids to come. And that's why kids are attracted to it. And that's the same thing for your business. You need to speak to your ideal customer so they know they're attracted to you just like a magnet. Create your company page. That's the next thing. Add it, tag it to your profile, and add information on who you serve in there. And here's the second bonus that's going to help you draw this out of your mind and everything that you have in the different projects that you worked on. So I'm going to have my team put the link in the chat right now. This is the AI positioning prompt. Click the link. It's a Facebook post that you're going to put AI positioning prompt comment, and then it will get DM'd to you right away. So we talked about stage 1, how to become a magnetic consultant by positioning yourself. That is key above everything, guys. When you leave here tonight, if there's one thing that you remember, positioning. People need to know what you do, who you serve, so that they can come to you guys. This works. It's proven in my business and in other consulting businesses. So now that you learn how to position yourself, let's talk about how to set up your offer. That is what to charge people. That's your offer. And here we need to first understand why people pay premium prices. And y'all remember when Apple came out? If y'all don't remember, this was 2007 too. I remember it like it was yesterday. We still have flip phones and all of that. Apple came out with a $499 phone, right? Back then, you can get a flip phone for free, sign a 2-year contract, and be on your merry way. But Apple is like, no, y'all gonna pay $499 and then sign a 2-year contract, and then you have to buy a case, everything else that they went on and developed. Why? Why did people line up to pay this price? Why were people so excited about Apple? Right? Can anybody tell me that in the chat? Why were people so excited about Apple? When Apple is like, you got this for $0 with other phone companies, y'all gonna pay us almost $500. Everything great. Performance and brand, packaging, brand name, all of that are so good. Right on, guys. Right? People say yes because Apple understood it was an experience, guys. Everything y'all just said. People knew that if they bought Apple, it would be not just a flip phone. Down to the packaging, Apple knew how to wow their customers, right? The tissue paper, the white sleeve box, the design of the cameras, everything. That is how you package your expertise. You present it confidently to your ideal customer, and people will pay premium without blinking because they're just like, wow, you went through this trouble just to serve me. How many of y'all feel that way when you buy an Apple product? Like I do. I feel like they know me so well. Like I keep looking here, guys, because that's where my chat is. But I feel like when I buy Apple product, they know me so well. And we're like doing exactly from their playbook to grow your business. When you're speaking to leaders, you need to wow them. Yes, I can do this for you in no time, and this is the results that you get. Hey, like one of the conversations I have with leaders all the time is the price of hiring a full-time employee versus hiring a consultant that's ready to be plugged in and running, right? Many full-time employees require onboarding. It takes about, I think on average, 6 months or so for onboarding an employee. And it costs thousands of dollars, including benefits and everything of that. Whereas when you bring in a consultant, they're an expert. They come and help you for a duration of time and you have that ongoing relationship with them. That is packaging your effort. Your offer. So let's dive deeper into this, y'all. As you're pricing yourself, you need to understand this pyramid. Because many times we think we need 10 clients, we need 20 clients to make $1 million or get to the price of income that we want to get to. But you don't. You need the right offer. So price here is on the left, low price, high price, implementation results, and then you will have fewer clients because fewer clients play at this level. If you have an offer that's $60,000 to help an organization implement cybersecurity so they don't have to worry about it any longer, and then you provide them ongoing maintenance and you're charging them a retainer fee, and I'm going to jump into those pricing in a little bit, y'all. If you guys are thinking like, what? Where are you pulling these numbers from? Guys, these are real numbers. And these are numbers leaders are paying right now. And the larger the organizations that leaders contract with, if you think about APAC system, those are one of the bigger consulting firms and agency, they're paying $400,000, $1 million contracts. And you as an independent or smaller consultant, you can charge them 60, guys. Don't be nervous. I have charged them, you know? So we're all here to learn that. And I'm just laying out the playbook for you guys. So how can an independent consultant structure their offer? Let's break this down. How do I price my time, right? If you're wondering that, here it is. You start here from the left, 125 to 500 per hour. This is you charging per hour. I help companies implement and optimize their system. This is pay for time. Income stops when you stop. Enterprise clients only. And there's no leverage here. Then you go to the next project base where you're charging per project here, 7,500 to 10K. I help mid-sized companies implement new system and processes in 90 days. That's an example of how you can sell that offer. There's a clear paid outcome. You give them a clear timeline too. Leaders want to know how long it's going to take you. Not because they feel like you're not good at your work, right? But because it just helps them conceptualize the project and the timeline that they have. And then it's enterprise and mid-level clients, and this have limited leverage as well. Once you work with the client, guys, either if it's hourly or based on a project, this is the next best step to set up a retainer. They already know you. They trust your expertise. You can be on call for them when they have questions. You can package it as a maintenance package, whatever that makes sense to you and your business and that leader. You package it that way, and they pay you monthly just by being on call for them. So we just talked about stage 2, your offer. Now we're going to talk about how to attract direct clients to you. Can I have you put attract in the chat? And this is important because as you set up the structures in your business, it becomes easier. Yep, attract. Is no longer always reaching out, cold calling, doing all these things, sending out cold emails. You want people to come to you. They know you're here. Awesome, y'all. Attract. Excuse me. So stop chasing and start attracting. Let's talk about magnet because you are that magnetic consultant. What does a magnet have to do to attract metal? Nothing, right? Y'all put in the chat, what does it have to do? It doesn't need to change what it does, who it is, nothing. Metals are attracted to it automatically just by it being itself. And that's exactly what we're here. Be available. Well said, Rudy. Have to be available and be present. If there's a metal in my house and the magnet is across the street, sorry, the magnet is not near. It's not available. It's not present for the metal to be attracted to that magnet. So these are 2 ways to attract clients directly to you. I'm going to break this down. Private sector and public sector. Private sector, these are corporate decision makers, executives, growing companies. And public sector, these are government agencies at local level, state, federal. In every state, you have them. In every country, you have them. You just need to be where they're at. Both of these find you through positioning. Because a public sector or a private sector leader is not going to come knocking at your door if they see I'm a developer on LinkedIn. What does that mean? Like, really, right? And then both pay you directly when the system is right. So how each channel works. Private sector, LinkedIn content, outreach, positioning to get in front of the right decision makers, y'all. And I'm going to dive into LinkedIn a little bit more for y'all because over the years, we have been taught wrong that LinkedIn is just a job board. It's just a place people go to hang out when it's really not. Deals are signed consistently through LinkedIn. And then public sector here, these are your local state vendor registration. You have to submit RFP one time, guys. And let me tell you with public sector, you submit these RFP and your contract sometimes is 5 to 10 years to be on a list. You have a relationship with these organizations. And when you message them, they respond. You message these contract managers, like literally, they respond to you. They give you update about what's going on in the organization because they have to. By law, they have to, guys. And that's why I'm so excited to teach this because once you implement private and public sector into your business, your pipeline continuously flow, y'all. Like when work comes out, like they're sending you messages. So the key again is to start with positioning. I'm going to keep hammering it in, right? Start with positioning, get on the list, remove the middle folks from getting your rates, guys. And all of these agencies, if you've ever worked for a public sector, be it let it be healthcare. I know we have a healthcare person in the room, um, governments, schools, like these larger agencies. I'm teaching you exactly what they do, guys. They're on these lists and communicating with these contract leaders. And then when they get a role, they're trying to place you and take 30 to 50% of your rate when you are the expert. So let's talk about LinkedIn and why I recommend you just become more visible on that right now to attract public or private sector leaders. I have a conversation with a public sector leader tomorrow. She sent me her link to book a call on it. Like, isn't that amazing, guys? Like, just being able to network with people, it just changes your business. So it is not the size of LinkedIn, the platform, but it is the quality of the users that are on there. 134 million users log into LinkedIn every day. 60 million users are decision makers with budget authority, guys. Let me say this slowly. 60 million. That's about half, guys, that control budget. They're not there to watch cats videos, right? The same way that you have always thought about LinkedIn as professional, but more from a submitting job posting, that's what leaders use it for. They're looking up AI, how to implement it, AI requirements. They're looking at how to utilize artificial intelligence in cybersecurity. Like there's so many things that they're out there looking for, and you are that person that can solve that problem for them. 10 million are C-suite executives. LinkedIn converts 2 times the rate of any other social media, guys. Like that is, if that doesn't make your mouth drop, like these are real stats from, like I'm not making it up, from LinkedIn directly. These are real stats from all of the research that people have done comparing all of the different platforms. Wow, for real, Rudy. Wow. LinkedIn is the only platform right now that lets professionals generate massive visibility without posting multiple times a day, sending thousands of cold DMs, showing their face on video, spending money on ads, or even having a website. Guys, I just showed you all how to set up your company LinkedIn profile. That and your personal profile, that can be your website if you don't already have one, honestly. And if you have a website, use both. People see your LinkedIn first before they will ever see your website. That's the honest truth. And literally, I have a friend in a larger organization. I mean, a colleague, I guess, not like a friend, but someone that I associate, I should say. But she was looking to bring in someone, and because I was connected with that person on LinkedIn, she texted me to find out information about the person. People are looking you up on LinkedIn. Might as well put the right statement out there so your ideal customers can find you. That is like all I have to say about this, and I'll keep saying it until I'm blue in the face. So one post with 4 likes, 200 impressions could land on the feed of a CIO or IT director, attract a comment from your ideal customer, get a director to visit your profile, book a call, start a conversation that leads to six-figure contract, guys. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. You can have 5K, 500, 1K, 5K, 20K, 100K, like whatever these larger influencers leverage that they have on LinkedIn, you have the same leverage. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not a huge influencer. And that's why I'm in such a great place to share this with you guys. Because when I do become a larger influencer, some people might say, oh, yeah, it's easy for you to say because you have all these, no, guys, I have like 3,000 followers now. And I've been sharing this when I only had 1,000, right? And I'll share, you can go on my posts on my LinkedIn too, but I'll share with you guys some posts that I have that just reach hundreds and thousands of people because I follow a framework and leaders are booking calls with me. So LinkedIn is not just content, it's a client database, it's a positioning platform, a visibility engine. And most people use it wrong. They're treating it like social media or just a job board instead of a pipeline tool. Like, like I said earlier, people don't go on LinkedIn to watch cats videos. Honestly, I know, I know we're seeing more videos popping up on LinkedIn now because it wants a mixture of that to compete with the other platform. But like, people don't go to see that. Let me have you put in the chat no cats video here. And I'm gonna get a sip of water. People are now watching cats video, guys. And they are looking for you. Yes. No cats video. Yes. All right. So 3 types of LinkedIn content that LinkedIn awards, and I'm just gonna hand you this. Take a screenshot, start implementing it. They want to hear your personal story, and I wrote it in a way that LinkedIn rewards, but your ideal customers love this too. Remember, I talked about they want to get to know you. It builds trust. You share your personal story, your journey, pain points, turning points. Number 2, news and trends. The whole world is talking about AI, and we're in tech. If we're not talking about AI, guys, we're missing the ballpark, right? News and trends. Meta let go of thousands of employees. Like that's the news. And Meta just said, I think within what a couple of months, all of it adds platforms that it needed human intervention. That's all going to be automated to AI. Guys, there's so many things going on in the world with trends, especially around technology. Us as leaders, as experts in our field, we should be commenting on it. And that's how our ideal leaders, the directors are looking to hire us. The owners of these SaaS companies, they're like, oh wow, Jackie knows what's going on in the industry. I need to bring her in. She understands all of this very well. You know what I mean? That's exactly where you need to be. And then topics about your expertise. What makes you great? How do you do certain things? Your framework, talk about them. So here's a personal post I made. And I should have done our most recent screenshot, but it's been a while. And this is the thing, as you create content and intellectual properties out there, it keeps marketing for you while you sleep, guys. And the platform is free, right? So I talked about my 16-year-old. This is her here. If you all don't know about DECA is a high school competition for kids who wants to do entrepreneurs. So they put together different speech, different presentation, presented in front of judges, and they have the local level, the regionals in your state, and then they have the national where people come from all over the world. And she happened to go to national this year as a sophomore. But before she got to nationals, um, they mistreated her, like she endured some difficulties along the way. And I just shared that story. And it got so many impressions, comments, and things like that. And people, leaders messaging me directly just to talk about it. They feel like they knew a little piece of me, a little, and they knew that I am a real person. That is the key, guys. In this world of AI, people want to know we're real. They want to know that if they hire Edith, I'm not this fake profile that will steal the money, not deliver, and disappear. And you share what makes you comfortable. If you're thinking that, because I get that question all the time, what kind of stuff do I post? What makes you comfortable? I share a little bit more because that's me. I love talking about my kids. Like you sit and talk with me. One of my kids' conversation would come up. So that's just what I do, right? So this is another post I made for data analysts and just sharing my expertise on it. And one of the students I work with, she's a data analyst, and what I share with her and how I helped her position herself, and I shared that. This is probably almost to 100K impression. I had a post last week that reached, I think it's almost at 200,000 impressions. But I don't have that screenshot in here. The reason for me sharing this, guys, I'm just like y'all. Some of y'all probably have more followers on LinkedIn, more connections than I do. But I show up. I follow the framework needed to grow my business. I'm visible. People can find me. That's the piece you're missing, guys. Become visible. There's no way under the sun that you will grow your business and get clients directly, B2B clients, right? When nobody knows you exist. So, another thing to attract your ideal customer, creating content, sometimes we feel overwhelmed. We're just like, oh my God, what can I create? It's going to take too long. No, it doesn't. We have our handy dandy friend AI. It helps you, and I teach you the framework too. It helps you pull out your story from you and then schedule it and create it for you. And you can have months and months of content scheduled by working 2 hours or less, for a month of content. All right. So let's talk about visibility a little bit more. So visibility is not about volume. It is about precision. So your content compass pipeline here, you need to share your stories, your framework. I already shared with you the 3 things that you need to write about. And then what LinkedIn rewards, you put that together. And then you use how humans consume information, how your clients consume it, right? You use those frameworks, you package it together. That's another pipeline that you just built just by sharing your expertise. That takes you 15 minutes to write if you're doing it daily. If you do it for the whole month, it takes you an hour or two to sit down and get that out. You schedule it for a whole month, guys. And from that 2 hours a month work, you can get thousands of contracts signed for your business. Guys, I hope you guys are following me here. For your business, put in the chat content. And this content is not about being this influencer. I know we all see them on Instagram, TikTok, right? We're just like, do I have to be that type of person? No, be yourself. You don't have to be like the other person that is bubbly, lifestyle, all these things, right? Be yourself because your ideal customers want someone just like you. How do you find local portal? And I want to tie this into, right? We talked about attracting. I talked about the private sector using LinkedIn as your main source. And now we're talking about the public sector, guys, right? And I focus on local first. If I can break this down for you all, if you have done any type of public sector governmental work, we have the local, we have the state level, and we have the federal, right? Some of you have heard about sam.gov if you're in the US. But the goal for me here is to really teach you to focus on your local. Local is easier. People know when you're in their backyard, they want to do business with you faster. Your local agency respond to messages and email faster. Guys, I send emails to them all the time, right? If there's something that I missed that I was on the list to receive, I'm like, why didn't I get this? And I literally say, do you have a second for a quick 15 minutes conversation? I am in their ear because I want them to for sure remember me. These contract managers, if you see any consulting work out there, you think about Edith and her company, right? Because I am on it. So every state, every county, every city runs its own procurement portal. And most already have a list of information technology opportunities. They all do somewhere or the other, right? Start local. Relationships are easier to build when you are already in the community. Government agencies have lots of events, guys. And I'm not telling you to go to all of them. I don't. Some of them are virtual as well. When you are even applying for a RFP, they have some pre-RFP meetings for you to attend. Like, guys, this portal and government contracting is so easy to get into. That's exactly what I teach you as we go further into this. So here's an example of a portal. Portals like this exist. This is government. This is Georgia portal. So I currently live in Georgia, and my local contracts are from Georgia and from Minnesota. I used to live in Minnesota as well. So start in one state, local contracting, and then you can build from there. Don't start everywhere at once. It's just gonna overwhelm you, and then you give up because you feel like it was too complicated, but it's not. Guys, no gatekeeping. As you have questions, write them down. We'll answer them at the end. Put them in the chat right now. I am not sending on any of this information because I have had so much success with local contracting that maybe I may eventually go to sam.gov or federal, but I'm not looking there right now, right? I can build a whole, like I said, the blue ocean, my whole consulting company and reach to the income level that I want to reach to, in the business income level that I want to reach to by focusing on local and my private sector connection. So your two pipeline works together. You now have two ways, excuse me, to attract clients directly, y'all. Y'all put direct clients in the chat. This is so important because what are we doing, right? If we're not getting clients directly, we're losing out on 30 to 50% of our rate. So the only next option is to connect with them directly. I see you, Rudy, direct clients. Anyone else? Y'all with me there? Don't be shy, y'all. Direct clients. So we talked about your LinkedIn pipeline, you positioning yourself, show up consistently, let decision makers find you and reach out. Government contract pipeline, get positioned correctly. I see you, say it, and I'm so sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. You can correct me when we're, having Q&A. But that is awesome. Direct clients. So government contract pipeline, get positioned correctly, get on the vendor list, get contract managers to find you and reach out to you. Y'all know there are SLED contracts with government where if it's under $75,000, guys, as a smaller consulting firm, $75,000 is a good deal, right? Like they don't even need to post it, guys. I'm gonna just be honest. So you becoming friends with these people, they will call you and say, hey, we need some analysis work done for this project. It will probably take you a month or so. 75,000, guys. Like you're not competing with anyone else. And then here's what one of my other networking folks told me about, she's in a bigger consulting organization. She does business management for them. She's like, as large as we are, we don't even look at governmental contracts that are under a certain threshold. They're leaving those for us. Like it just makes sense for us to be out there. If there are certain thresholds, you're like, oh, those larger companies are taking it. They are not. They don't have the bandwidth to go after everything. They're playing in a different swim lane. Okay. So same foundation I have taught, same positioning, two different doors into the same results. Direct clients, no middle guy, predictable pipeline, predictable income. Now we cover three of my four stages, and no, two of my four stages. This is stage three. We talked about attracting. Now we're gonna get into convert. This is the last stage. You may be thinking, Edith, all right, we talked about a lot of things. How, when I get the attention of these people, how do I convert them? How do I even close the deal? So I'm going to dive into this, and this is one of my favorite way to get leaders through the doors for me. There's multiple ways, but this is my favorite, right? The best salespeople do not sell, they diagnose. Can I have you put that in the chat? Diagnose, and then we're going to dive into it. I need a little water break. Diagnose. Y'all still with me, guys? Come on. Where's the energy? Now, if you can put on your chat, put on your camera. Thank you so much for Chaka for putting on your camera. I love it. Where is the energy, y'all? Awesome. So the best salespeople don't sell, they diagnose. Have y'all ever been to a mechanic? Have you ever been to a doctor? You know, all these places, the framework is there. So when you go to a mechanic, let's just say you have a alternator issue. It's like, okay, I think this is wrong with my car. You take it to them. They're not just going to say, oh, okay, it's an alternator. Boom, boom. Let me fix it. No, they do a diagnostic. They plug in their computer. They check everything on their car, things that you didn't even ask for. Sometimes I'm like, bro, don't check that, please. I don't want to pay for that right now. But right, they check everything. Then they come back, they're like, all right, they give you a report. Most times you're paying for that diagnostic, right? Just like when you go to a doctor to see them, your insurance company pay for that or you pay out of pocket, right? For the diagnostic. So they let you know everything potentially, and then you, as the person now, get to pick which one do you want to work on. So in that report, it may say that your tires, you may need to change your tires in 3 months. You need to change your spark plugs. And then, yes, your alternator does have an issue. This will be $3,000, whatever amount, right? It lists everything out. Then you pick. That's the easiest way to get leaders through the door as an IT consultant. So you sit with them, and let's just say for cybersecurity, right? I'm using examples of y'all that are in a group, and I apologize for my eyes burning here a little bit. But you are in cybersecurity and you get a leader's attention through everything we just talked about. And then you're like, I can do a quick diagnostic for you to give you a threat percentage or whatever, however you say it in cybersecurity, right? How vulnerable you are. That's the word. And you do that for them and you tell them this will cost you $500 or up to $2,000. So I'm giving you the full playbook here. You want to charge anywhere from 500 to 2,000, but you do that diagnostic for them. But here's the key point, guys. That diagnostic that you do for them, can y'all tell me what's also happening? Yes, Jackie, thank you. You're still here. What's happening when you do a diagnostic with a leader? Thank y'all for being here. I love it. If you're sitting with someone for a few hours, what is so great about this this system, this framework. Awesome. You're building trust. You're showing your knowledge. You're spending time with them. That's it, guys. All of that, y'all gonna go out there just crushing it because you are spending time with them. And then here's the kicker. You're like, I will do this diagnostic for you. I'll give you a vulnerability rating, whatever. And you can take everything I put together for you and you can decide to have someone else implement it in your organization or pick me. Guys, you're just washing your hands clean, guys. Like that's Jim. Like write this down, right? You're just telling them, I'm here to serve you. And you spend maybe a couple of days with them, meetings. They have to share information with you about the organization and give you access to certain system. You get that done. What is the percentage that they will hire you for that job? 99%, guys. I only say 99% because we have to leave room for uncertainties. I've never like seen anyone through a diagnostic go with another company because they've already trust you. Are you changing? Are you charging for the diagnostic? Yes. So you charge for the diagnostic, but you make it a low level offer, right? And I teach you how to build your offers and different levels of offer. I don't know if you missed it. I say you want to charge anywhere from $500 to a couple of thousand. You don't want to make it too big for them to say no, but you want an easy yes. And also based on the level of the organization, right? If you're talking to an organization that have 200 employees and you're charging them 500, that's like a cough. Like that's like nothing, right? You want to charge them a little higher. So based on all of that, that's how you get in the door. You sign that diagnostic contract, you provide your work to the best level ever. Like you just give them so much value. They're like, wow, Jackie, like I'm not letting you go. Right? You need to stay here. I need someone with your expertise, your knowledge in my organization. Because this is one thing leaders understand. And I'm always asking leaders questions because I want to understand how to serve them better. Um, Leaders understand when they bring in consultants, it changes the dynamics of their organization and their team. We come in with different ideas, different viewpoints. Yeah, we want to be able to align well with the team, within the culture. That's different than coming in with different expertise and experience. That then you open the mindset of your team members you're working with, of the organization, bring in different technology, different ideas to help them get to their overall goals. So this is how you get your deal signed, by building that relationship through a diagnostic. I love it. So RFP is not an application. I want to talk about this. Now we're diving into public sector. It is a conversation. Most consultants submit RFP blindly and wait. The ones who win do this first. You want to reach out to your officers, ask questions, build that relationship, right? Relationship, relationship, relationship. You do this in both sectors. You have public sector, you have that pipeline running, and you have private sector. And this just keeps running for you. That is the 4 stages of the magnetic consulting method. Convert. The goal is not to be a better salesperson. The goal is to provide great diagnostic that the client sells themselves. Do you ever remember going to a mechanic or a doctor and you feel like they're selling you? Any of you ever felt like you've been sold by any of those two professions? Nope. Anyone else? Do you feel like you get sold when you go to when you get a diagnostic done for a car or to the doctor office? No, right? All right, I'm going to move on because they are providing something we already want. There's no selling there. These leaders already want you. And you know why I know that? Because you all have roles right now. You all have jobs right now. If you're an employee, they're already hiring you guys. They're already there. They're looking for you. You just need to go directly to them. So the higher the transaction, the more trust is required. And that's why everything I've taught you tonight is about building trust, relationship, and wowing your customers. That's where you continue to build your business through and through. So now I want you to imagine, wouldn't it be great if leads trust to you before they even met you? Right? Trust. When you are the authority, you have the permission to charge more for your value because they see that authority as you speak to them, as you go through your clarity sessions, your diagnostic sessions, the intellectual properties that you put out there. You're consistently teaching your leaders something new. How incredible would it be if you only need 2 to 5 direct clients to earn over 500K a year, guys? Like, how great would that be? So, everything we have just covered points to one outcome: attracting high value IT clients directly without chasing job posting, without waiting on recruiters, without any middle guy taking a cut of every dollar you earn. Like, who wants that, guys? Like, I don't. I turn the other way. Like, no thanks. Because I rather build these relationships. And like I said, if you are going through someone else, that's a great stepping stool because that's where I started as well. Now you're learning this, you can start implementing it. Keep your job and then build your business as you go. Here are what consultants are saying about this system. Other than my proof, people have gone through it. I finally stopped waiting for recruiters and started taking control of my pipeline. It's not the product that sells, it's me. People are buying you. This is a SaaS owner as well. He's a developer and a SaaS owner, right? Because we, as IT consultants, we are tech people. I'm just going to say, sometimes we get a little shy. We think we need to hide behind without posting our pictures on LinkedIn, without having a profile pictures. But like, why are you hiding when all you're sharing is your expertise? You talk all the time to leaders in organizations. I know there's no one on this call right now that's going to tell me they never did a product demo in an organization before. That just comes with our work. Like, even if you're shy, you're nervous, you have to do sprint reviews. If you're an organization that do agile, you have to do presentation, you do code review, you're a developer. Like, the list goes on and on and on as an IT professional, right? If you're project managers, you're talking to leaders daily to give them reports of how the project is going, budgeting, like so many things, guys. You're already doing this. So no need to be shy. Get your voice out there. Let people see you, they come to you, and they pay you what you deserve instead of somebody else getting the cut. So I want you to imagine what would happen if you actually took advantage of implementing all of this, right? Knowing what to do does not equal knowing how to do it, right? I taught you a lot of what to do somehow, and then sometimes we just need guidance. Without guidance, you're waiting on recruiters. They're controlling your income, your calendar, right? You're applying to job postings. You're getting ghosted. You're getting low ball rates. You're posting on LinkedIn, hearing nothing back. You're cutting your rates just to stay in the game, never knowing where your next contract is coming from. Like, who wants that, guys? I don't. Don't raise your hand because I don't, right? Because I want y'all to be successful. With guidance, decision makers reach out to you reach out to you with real opportunities. A clear positioning statement that commands premium rates. A repeatable system, guys. This is the key. We work in systems, so your business needs a system too that generates inbound without spamming anyone. And then the confidence to hold your rate because clients see your value. You don't need to race to the bottom. You don't need to lower your rate. If someone cannot pay the rate that you have, because you're not just throwing it in the air, you are analyzing your rates based on your value, then they are not the client for you. That is okay, guys. Not everyone is your client. To this day, we talked about Apple, right? Right? Apple is one of the best. I think it's it's a $4 trillion business. It's just crazy amount, right? And how many people out there don't use Apple? Let's wrap our heads around that. There's still Android users, and then the Google phone and something else. When Apple is a $4 trillion, whatever dollar business, because not every customer is yours, and it's okay. But this world is so large with so many customers, so many people here that you get a piece of the pie, and that's all you need to get to the income level that you want, where the freedom level that you want, everything else, right? So at this point, um, you have two options. Option one, keep doing what you're doing, keep waiting on recruiters, keep applying for job postings, and keep hoping things change. And if that's you, that's okay. You know, you can hop off the call right now. But if you are in option two and you want a proven system to fix this in 90 days, then stay on the call so I can share that opportunity with you. Because the difference is the system, the difference is guidance with someone who's currently doing it, who's been there and growing their business with these same steps that they're going to show you. So I want you to stop and think about what brought you here. If you can just visualize what brought you here tonight, the feeling of not knowing where your next contract is coming from, the feeling of getting frustrated because you're just like, I want B2B consulting contracts. I want to talk to leaders directly. I don't know how. Or maybe you're up late at night applying to every LinkedIn post out there, every LinkedIn job posting. You're not getting what you need. Maybe you're out of work. Like you're here for a reason and you fund this masterclass here for a reason to take your business to the next level. So I put something special together for you all that want to see it. And if you're still here, put in the chat, I want to see it if you want to see that. And I'm going to wait because awesome, I see Rudy. I want to share this with people who are ready, who want to see it because it's not for everyone and who's committed to take their business to the next level. Okay. So awesome. I see that, Rudy. I'm going to jump right in then. So find direct clients challenge. This is what I put together for you guys. And this one, I'm going to help you package your IT expertise, high value consulting offer in 5 days. Together with me, we're going to walk hand in hand, putting this together so that you can attract private companies and governmental contracts in 5 days. We're doing this live July 27th to the 31st. During these 5 days, I'm going to walk you through, and I'm just going to bring out the website right now too, but I'm going to walk you through how to position yourself. So here's the premium offer, and I'm going to go to the website quickly. How do I go to the website here? Oops, this is not working for me. So I'm going to show you exactly how to position yourself and walk you through. You'll know exactly where to find clients. You'll have a clear roadmap of where corporate clients are actively looking for clients like you. You'll walk through your positioning. I'll help you put together capability statements, help you understand the different levels of RFP, how to find them, how to set up different offers, different funnels. 5 days with me. And here's the price. $4.99 for Platinum VIP for Platinum Experience. In that Platinum Experience, you have 5 days challenge live with me. you have a private community, y'all, doing the challenge. You get 5 days find client workbook. You get my 2060K direct client proposal template. You get access to the session recordings. You get a daily Q&A with me to ask any questions because this is the implementation step. So if you learn something one day, you start implementing it, you come the next day, ask your question, share your screen, we'll walk through it together. During our time together, you will be able to find direct clients and start making that B2B relationship. And then I also include a Platinum virtual networking night. As you go through connecting with B2B customers, something becomes very clear, especially in the governmental sector world as well, because they have different RFP for you to submit. And as you go through that, you'll see, well, my company can provide, let's just say, cybersecurity. But on this RFP, I see that they need business analysis, they need QA, they need other things on there. And maybe you feel that it's best to partner up with another consultant to make your RFP more stronger. That's why I provide this virtual networking night to build a relationship. You don't know what relationship you'll build that'll help you land that $1 million contract by partnering up with someone. Partnering is the fastest way to get on the leverage of leveraging someone else's expertise to really grow your business. Honestly, someone that I was recently through my challenge, we're partnering up together for something, right? Because I'm not saying that you will find someone to partner up with immediately, but that's why I provide the opportunity. I'm putting together this network so you guys have a place to go, to ask questions, and to meet other consultants as well that are on the same path as you. So then the next thing is I put together a fast action bonus where I give you the government vendor registration fast kit. And I break all of that down for you, what's needed to get started. And then we have the VIP experience. You get everything I talked about except for the virtual night and the fast action. And then you can get through the general admission, where then you get all of this except for access to the recording, daily Q&A, premium virtual networking event, and then the fast action bonus as well. While I bring up my other information, I want my team to drop the link and then y'all can ask me questions. I'm gonna go on the website right now and share that with you guys. Where is that? Okay, let's see. Okay, so here is it. Can y'all see my screen? Yep. So there's the link right there, and that's the exact link that I'm on right now. Can y'all see it still? Put it in the chat if you can see it, y'all. Okay, awesome. I see. Thank you for the thumbs up. You know, I have like 3 screens going on. So where are we? So this is your Find Direct IT clients in 5 days, guys. You spend time with me in 5 days with your business, going through each of them. Day 1, you discover where direct clients are and how to position yourself in each of those places. Everything we talked about today, guys, I'll go deeper with you. I'm not just telling you about it. We're doing it together. Day 2, position yourself so direct clients find you. You turn a conversation into paid work, the detailed templates, the detailed information, how to write, how to present content, and all of that. Day 4, you turn one contract into ongoing income. And then day 5, I give you the entire framework, complete system that you can go ahead and just put that right into your business and start growing it. In 5 days, you get that. So Again, here's the website that we start in 25 days. So lock in your time. Premium, VIP, platinum, VIP, and then general admission. So let me go ahead and present again. Um, so let's talk about this. Better than money back guarantee. And I have this here because it's so important for me. I want you all to get value from everything that I do, right? And I know it's valuable. But so if you show up to the challenge, you're on camera, you engage with the material, you do the work, and you do not walk away with more value than what you paid for, you get your full refund. The risk is completely on us, not you. Here's the bonus I talked about. You get my 260K direct client proposal framework to start implementing in your business immediately. And while you're going through and processing and thinking about this, I want to answer a few questions that I have received over the few months. So, what if it doesn't work for me? When I get this question, I'm just like, let's change our mindset here, guys. It's like going to school and saying, well, what if it doesn't work? You know? And I have a master's degree, I have a degree, but what if it doesn't work? What if I can't find work? Like, you don't get into anything with that kind of mindset. You need to stop asking, what if it does work? And this is the proven method that works. Because all of us have gone to colleges, we have student loan debt, right? This is much cheaper. You're learning from someone who's actually have gone through these steps and grown their business. Whereas you go to a university, you pay thousands and hundreds of dollars, and you have your degree, and some people cannot find a job, right? So I do not have time. You do not have the time because you're spending it chasing recruiters who may never call you back. Invest in yourself. This is the best thing you can do for yourself. Take the time, invest in yourself, invest in your business. Calm, quick time, 5 days. We dive into your business and let's just put this into perspective because this investment, platinum is $497, guys. The average contract that IT consulting gets, pay them anywhere from 10 to 15K. Average, guys. My highest contract has been 25, 30K a month. Pay me that. Like, it's possible. You can get 60K contract a month, guys. So a 497 offer is a no-brainer. I can afford it. I talked about this already. I need to think about it. Sure, if it's for you, it's for you. So the best time is when you are ready and you know that you need to implement these strategies. How long is this offer available? We start July 27th, so that is the time. Can I start direct consulting when I am already working for another consulting firm? I know a few of you guys are, and I get this question often. It's a yes. And I'll break this down for you because, I did that too. So I have everything I'm sharing with you guys, and I didn't Google it in ChatGTP. No, shade to ChatGTP. I love my AI buddies. I call them my AI besties, by the way. But what you need to do is to review your contract with that agency. Most of them have a do not compete line in there, something in a year. So what that means is that if they place you with a client and you did not have prior connection with that client before they introduce you guys, you cannot work for that client until maybe some of them is 2 to 3 years after your contract ends. Does that make sense? And y'all can ask me more about this when we have live Q&A. But that is the only thing. But as a W-2 or 1099 consultant with any organization, you can grow your business. They know that, they expect it. I encourage you to tell your manager and your supervisor, whatever, like they know that. I only have 2 or 3 years of experience. Can I still go independent? Yes and yes. Like you're starting off and you have work right now, you have a contract, you have the experience, you know. Many of us are on the call, we have years and years of experience. It doesn't matter. Your ideal clients are out there looking for you, and 2, 3 years of experience is a lot, right? And you can provide the outcome that your clients need. So we're almost at Q&A here, and I want you to start thinking about questions to ask. But imagine 30 days from now, y'all. Imagine that. Imagine that your income, your pipeline is flowing. You are building authority relationships with these public and private sector leaders. You're signing deals, and you are not stressed out worrying where your next contract is coming from. That is what happens when you invest in yourself. You know, it's not about anybody else. You already know how it feels to invest in yourself because you're probably taking some type of certification. You know, I say that jokingly because that is our comfort level as IT consultants. You know, I was talking to a consultant today. He's like, I'm taking these um, um, five trainings to get these certifications because I know I need it to grow my business. And it's like, you don't need it, honestly. Someone's paying you right now. It's a nice to have. You know, when you're building a software, you have the required list and a nice to have. It's nice to have. You can create a couple $1 million business based on what you currently know. He has 20 years of experience, guys. I'm going on a tangent right now. But we love to go to our happy place. I'm going to do this training. I'm going to get this certification, but that doesn't move your business. It doesn't, right? So let's take steps that actually move the needle forward. I'm going to add this as a bonus. If some of you are still up for it, please put that in the chat. As promised, it's 100 fastest hiring consulting companies as you're building that relationship up with them right now. So let's jump into Q&A. There it is. Okay. So you already have the experience. Now all you need is the system, y'all. So I am going to stop sharing my screen if I can find it, and then put on your camera. Do y'all see me? Am I still sharing my screen? I think I am. Technology. Still sharing. Okay. All right, here we are. And I want you to go ahead and come on, ask me questions about your business. Um, Anything that you may have, I'm gonna go through the chat if I missed anything. And I hope I see all of y'all in the chat or on LinkedIn. Let's connect. I have fixing my camera here. Do we have any questions? I'm gonna stay here for a couple of minutes. I know this happens often. I say my people, IT consultants, we need to process it, formulate our questions. So, and it's okay if we have a little bit of silence. No, I'm just kidding. And just feel free and get off camera and off mute. Imagine that we are in the room together. And you can ask any questions here. So you can put the bonus in the chat if you haven't yet. Okay, I see one question from Rudy. I'm in the construction industry, even though I work in software. Does this framework work for other industry? Yes, it does. You can, and matter of fact, too, there's so many great relationship to build when it comes to um, construction, especially software and BIM. I think you said BIM earlier as well, because government agencies are looking for people for that. So BIM, if you guys don't know, is 3D design. It's a being a UX designer, but in the construction field. And it's 3D designs of the building. You can put different things in there. Conduits. Conduits are like the lightning rods, whatever. I don't know. I'm guessing. But yeah, so it's like being a UX designer, but for construction field. Definitely this works. It's the same framework. The framework is the fundamental root of all of this. And once you apply the framework, it works. Great question. All right. Do, do, do. Come on, y'all. If y'all don't have any questions, what are you taking to implement in your business? Anything you're going to take from this and implement in your business? And if you already sign up, let me know and then come off of mute and let me know why you sign up for the challenge. Okay, I am going to, y'all don't be shy. You guys are my quietest group. I usually have a few people off mute and camera talking right now. So I'll give y'all 5 more minutes if you're still getting your thoughts together. And or maybe I just did a really great job breaking everything down, Kudos to me too.
Broke the door and sprinted back to the snow. By the time the first group escaped to the driveway, the man
Is that Jackie? Oh, so all right. Um, again, see you guys on the 5-day challenge. And I'll talk to you all later. No questions. Y'all have a great evening. Oh, does
he
someone
took
have
it back to the ice cream truck.
Jackie, you have a question? Nope. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye.